Live from Wisconsin, it's Cardinal Pens TV.
Website.
I muted you guys. I'm so sorry. Start all over.
We're going to start this all over again. Welcome
so
to Cardinal Pens TV, episode number 26 for Friday, February 13th. Yes, it is February 13th,
Friday the 13th.
2026. Yes, Friday the 13th. Yes.
Today we talk repair supplies, Rhodia and Exacompta, just in, short converters, which are important, Sailor Shikiori and Urban Inks, and Retro 51 Cat and Dog Rescue Series number 6. Also, we show off a handful of pens that are not yet on the website, and no bench talk this week because Brian was busy.
Well, we got lots of repair supplies
We
to
does.
talk about. So I was doing a little research this week.
Mm-hmm.
I learning things because I like to learn. And did you know, I learned this little fact about koi fish.
Koi, okay.
Yeah. Did you know koi travel in packs of 4?
Pourquoi?
4. They travel in packs of 4.
Okay.
That way, if they're attacked, they scatter. A, B, and C scatter, and then they leave the decoy.
But Tish, I have a much happier story.
You have a happier story.
Yeah, one of my favorite Friday the 13th
Yeah.
was on Lindsay's 13th birthday. It was also, which was a Friday the 13th, it was also the day that I defended my master's thesis.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
Yep. So that was fun.
congratulations.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
working out for you.
Well,
It got us here.
it got us
It
here.
got us here.
It did. What else? Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
we're
it.
done. Goodbye.
We're done. Thanks for joining
Go
us.
home.
We're going home.
I've got a cold, so if I step out, it's because I'm hacking up along or something. We're going to talk about repair supplies. This was fun to put the script together because it's kind of an oddball assortment of stuff.
Cornucopia of
Cornucopia.
of
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, go.
So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Yeah, I guess I get to talk. I'm going to do this one first because
Okay.
this isn't anything new. We've had this. This is our section
And
sealant.
this is
But what is new about this is we have switched the jars that these were in. And somewhat stupidly, we made the decision to initially package these in plastic containers.
well, we didn't realize when we first started making them, because it needs to be heated.
Yes.
So
yeah.
how hot this would be, and so the jars that we also used for talc and shellac were perfect, except they'd melt.
Yeah,
Not so perfect.
And they would slowly melt. So I would be pouring the sealant into the containers, and I wouldn't notice they were melting through the plastic until I had done like 5 or 6 of them, and then I have a whole
Yeah,
plate of a mess. And then of course later on you have to heat it
right.
to warm it up to get it out.
So
and
that
to use
didn't
it.
work so well. And then we had a different glass container, but we actually like this one better. It's slightly thicker. The actual glass is thicker, and it's a little taller.
Yeah, it's real nice.
More like a cube, less like a coin.
Yeah, I like this a lot actually. So anyway, this is a new
New
step
packaging.
up, step up on the section sealant. This is really good stuff. One of these will pretty much last you your life unless you lose it, which is entirely a possibility. So we've got
Okay.
that.
All right. What else do we
Next
have?
up, I'm going to just throw these on there because we
Throw
didn't
them
have
on
them on there. Pen flush samples, we have those now. Both kinds, regular and the ammonia free. And then we also have a 2-pack.
A 2-pack.
a 2-pack, one of each. And these are 6 mils. So they're literally all the way up to the top.
Yep.
So you can try these out. And these were very popular in maybe a previous life. And so we have these now in case you want to try them out or you want to give them out as gifts to your pen friends or
if you are going with the ammonia free for most of your pen cleaning, but you wish you had a little bit of the ammonia component for 1 or 2 pens that need a little bit of a deep clean, you don't have to buy the whole bottle.
Yeah, you can just get a couple
Just
of
get
them.
a little and
or you
clean.
get the 2-pack, you get one of
Right.
each and boom.
So
good.
there's an option.
But good idea though for like, especially when we're far from Christmas, but
You want those for Christmas?
No. I'm saying, you get the Secret Santa or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of
Yeah.
thing or whatever, whatever.
Okay.
So we got those.
All right. What else do we have?
Next up, we're gonna kind of take a turn into Nerdland.
Yes, we are.
And maybe I'll use this if this will work. I don't know if this will work, so I'm gonna step over here to the screen.
What was it we were talking about? And I just looked at you, and I could not believe that you were such a nerd.
It was desk sets.
It was the desk sets.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So we've got these in stock. These are Parker 51 stainless steel breather tubes. So these replace your 51 breather tubes that are sterling and very often corrode and break. So we have these in 2 sizes. We have the standard size, and then we have the demi size, and then there's the little breather hole there.
Now, do you cut these or do
Nope.
these?
Nope, you don't cut these. These are ready to go.
Perfect size.
Shove them in, and
Okay.
you're good. And then for those, and so those only work for the 51s that have the metal breather tube. They don't work on the ones that have the plastic breather tube. But the ones that have the plastic breather tube, ta-da, we have the Teflon coated. Now this is a 3-inch piece of breather tube. You can cut this however long you need it to. So this also works for, I used one of these this week on an Eversharp Skyline. So these work on Skylines, which need a breather tube. And you just cut it with a razor blade, and then make sure that the opening is still open, because sometimes if you have a dull blade, it might squish it shut. So you want to make sure you don't squish it shut. But yeah, I've got the Teflon breather tubes. So we got breather tubes in 3 different sizes,
Cool.
2 different styles. And last but not least, this is something that some people like. These are PVC sacks in size 14. So these have a very specific use case. You want to use, these are specifically designed for Schaefer snorkels. And what these will do is these will allow you to use all those inks that you can't use with regular latex. So you want to use Japanese inks. You want to use Yamadori. You want to use Sailor Blue. You want to use Roshizuku. You can now use them with the PVC sack. There is a slight caveat. A slight caveat with the PVC sacks is they're a little bit more firm.
Okay.
So if you really have to really be aggressive with pushing down the touchdown tube on the touchdown of the snorkel. And there's a possibility that they may not fill because the latex is so soft it squeezes.
Right.
And then it creates the vacuum. So you really have to push down. You might not get the capacity that you do on a latex sack, but you can use Yamadori in your snorkel, which is super cool. So, so we have those available. That's it for the repair stuff, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to maybe...
He loves this.
I love it. Well, and the thing is I have... and there's a little white cap on these too that we have.
Mainly for shipping.
Mainly for shipping. It's you can do with it what you want. Take it off, throw it away. But it seals up nice.
Yeah.
Not that stuff ever. I think I had one time leak, but it's because I overfilled the bottle. But
yeah.
I like that jar better than I like my jar. Now I have an original jar from the Schaefer factory.
Okay.
That Cheryl Tyree gave me. And it's tall, and I'm down to like the last third, and it's really hard to get in there now. So a jar like this would be, if it wouldn't be an original jar and it didn't come from Cheryl, I would probably just pour it into a new jar and then be done with it. But
so you're just going to keep using it and complain?
I'm going to keep suffering and think of Cheryl and all the time. But this is really going to be really very easy to get all of, as much of this out as possible.
And knowing Cheryl like we do, she would just look at you askance
Probably
and say,
just roll. her eyes
Brian,
and-
just
yeah,
use the one you like.
yeah.
So, all right. So, what do you want to do next? You want to do?
What do I do these here?
All right.
I'm gonna do these.
So we're going to talk about short international converters, and why do you care? Aren't all converters the same? And the answer is
No.
oh gosh, no.
No. Well, okay. So I'm gonna go over to the converter cam.
Like,
So this one here that I have is a Schmidt K5. So that is your standard length international converter. So we're not talking pilot converters, Sailor converters, Parker. This is standard international only. Okay. And so new this week, we come in and we have, maybe I'll line them up at the top best I can. And you can barely see it because it's all clear. The Herbin International Converter. And I like this converter. It's a decent converter. It works well. But you notice it's also about, what is that? About 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters short.
it's definitely shorter.
It's shorter. So oftentimes you run into situations where you have a pen with a shorter barrel or a barrel that tapers, and the standard international converter doesn't fit very well. This one almost always fits. We've had very good luck with this converter in the past. I like it a lot. And then just because we're talking about short converters, I thought I'd bring this little guy out here. That's the Monteverdi Mini. So this is one of these push-pull kind of converters where you push it and then it sucks in. I used to not like these.
I still don't.
Well, there's one really great thing about these, is that flushing your pen with this in is super easy. You just keep doing this, and it's a whole lot easier than twist counterclockwise, twist clockwise, twist counterclockwise, boom, 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 and you're done. It's got a little agitator in there, but it's super short. This one works real well in Kaweco Sports, All Sports, in other small pens, but it's an option if even this one doesn't fit. This is maybe the smallest one. There are other smaller converters, I'm sure, but this is pretty much one of the smallest ones there is. So the Herbin converters are in, and they're good looking too. I like them. They're nice. And
Now, the other thing that we're not addressing is that, like the Waterman converter and the Schmidt, which one is that?
This is the K5. The K5.
Have a metal band. And so occasionally some converters that have that metal band, they actually stick out from the converter a hair.
Yeah.
And so they don't fit down into a tight barrel. And so, yes, international converters, the opening should fit any pen that takes an international cartridge. The rest of the converter does vary from brand to brand, from model to model.
Yeah, if it's a real skinny pen, it might have a long enough barrel, but it might not. You're right, it might not fit. Now, the one thing about the two small ones we have here, the Herbin and the Monteverdi Mini, is they're not really. You can't really
Disassemble.
well, actually, you can. I just disassembled this one. I didn't think this one would come apart. So that's good. That one does. But yeah, the Monteverdi one doesn't come apart.
Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Monteverdi only because I'm really clumsy. And so this, you don't twist, you just push. I have been known to accidentally push it when I'm trying to fill it or just take it out. And so I have been known to make a mess. But it doesn't really hold any more than a cartridge.
Yeah, it doesn't hold much more than
So
a cartridge.
if you want an international, if you have a pen that takes an international cartridge and you want a different color that only comes in a bottle, this is an option. I would rather go through the mess and the hassle, as it were, to clean a cartridge and then just refill it. But this is an option if you just want something quick and easy.
Yeah, there's a question. How does the Monteverdi Mini converter compare to the small Kaweco converter? Similar dimensions? I can't remember.
Don't remember.
I haven't had that converter in forever because
We don't have the Kawecos.
I want to say it was about the same length.
And so the Kawecos were redone a couple times.
Yeah, there was at least 3 different versions of that converter, as I recall.
Off the top of my head, and it's been over a year, I want to say that possibly it had a metal band in the latest version that we saw. I know that some of them didn't fit in all the Kawakos.
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I want to say it was like mid 2024, early 2024, the last time I saw one.
Yeah.
So I don't recall.
It looks like it's about the same size from what I can see online, and my memory of
Right.
like comparing the size. I think they're about the same, but if there's a millimeter difference,
Is
I'm
that a
not
piston? What is that?
Really,
Is that a push pull?
I don't know.
I want to
Yeah,
say
it's
there
got
was
a little metal
something.
band. Oh, it is a push pull. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
different.
Push pull with a thing that like flips.
Yeah,
out.
so it's
Yeah.
a little nicer looking.
I
but
want
yeah,
to
it's
say
about
that
the same.
that band perhaps interfered with something, but
No,
it's
no.
been a year. It's been
Yeah,
over a
it's-
year since we've seen them.
It's
The Monteverdi is a nice little value converter
I
if you
mean,
just want.
even if you just use it to clean the pen.
Yeah, it is really good for
I
that.
for me, if the capacity is an issue, then just refill the cartridge.
Right.
And that's what I would do.
So. All right,
All
what
right,
now?
what do we got?
let's
You got a whole
I
pile of
do
you
have
got
a
a pile
whole
of stuff
stack
here.
of stuff.
What do you want to
So
do?
we got in our Rhodia box. We got
All this orange and white stuff. back here.
most of it, not all of
Yeah,
what
we
we
didn't.
ordered. We didn't get everything yet. We're building
First batch.
slowly. Yep. So
These
we
were all top sellers.
yeah. So from a previous life, we got in the Rhodia, the
Little birdie
premium.
told us.
Um,
These are a lot of
A5s.
A5s. We sold a
The
lot of
ice.
A5s. Yeah,
um,
we got different ones, and we have.
the top wire bound.
So we've got A5s in multiple styles. So you've got the dot, the line, the ice,
graph,
the
and the graph,
orange
yeah.
cover, the black cover.
These were always my favorite. These are the what are these?
The
3 by 8 and a third. These are so awesome for grocery lists, to-dos. I always felt guilty when I would waste. I would need a piece of paper for a to-do list or something, and then I'd have the rest of the paper that just felt wasted to me. So these are awesome.
Yeah, we have
Awesome,
those
awesome.
in a couple different configurations.
Yep. What
So
do you-
yeah, so Rhodia's back.
Super
and
excited about
if
those.
there's a Rhodia that you like that you don't see, we've got some A4 sizes too.
Mhm.
Like I said, we picked a little birdie told us what the most popular ones were, and that's what we started out with. So if there's a configuration that you like that we don't have, just email us. We'll be happy to get it in for you.
Yep.
We also did these were very popular, and I want to claim
Flipping those around.
I'm going to flip these around. I'm going to claim credit for bringing these to the United States.
You can put them on the dash cam if you want
Put
there.
them on the
Converter cam.
the card cam.
The card cam.
The card cam.
There we go.
So
TM.
actually, it's probably Dave was responsible for this.
Our Dave.
Our Dave.
Yeah.
Because when we originally got these, they had to order them from France and then ship them over, and we had to buy some obnoxious number. And so they come in a 3x5 and a 4x6.
And you're thinking, well, what's the big deal? Well, originally, for a very long time, Exacompta would offer the index cards in multicolor only.
Yeah, it's like
Pink, green, blue,
blue,
and yellow. And
that's cute.
originally, I think they were only graph.
Yeah, they're only graph. Yeah.
And we had a lot of customers who would ask for good quality white index cards, not just the cheap, Office Depot cards.
Yeah, fountain
they
pen
wanted
friendly.
fountain pen friendly.
Fountain pen friendly.
So we did have the ability to get some from Exaclair, the parent company of Exacompta, and so we did have to bring in a whole bunch of them.
It was a ridiculous number. I
was
mean, the box
crazy.
was huge. It was stupid. I looked at Leah like, why did we do this? And we sold them. So
Yeah.
and we did it multiple times, and now they're available at the distributor. So we're gonna claim credit for this one.
So 3x5 and 4x6, we have lined, graph, and blank.
Blank, yeah. So all three.
Yep.
All three configurations. So that's nice. That's really, really very nice. So these are good
We're
too for
excited to
notes,
have
and then you
those.
can pass these on too. So anyway,
All right.
we got that.
What else?
What do you want to do next? Ink.
Let's do
We got some
ink.
ink.
All right.
Should we
So
start with these here?
start with those.
Okay.
So we are still filling in. Lindsay's
I'm good.
banging things around over there. I'm good. She's so my daughter.
I'm not sure what's happening.
I'm good.
I'm just gonna keep looking straight forward.
And just moving and
just
banging things
hope
around.
all that stuff works in about 20 seconds.
So we've placed a few orders of our Herb and ink, and they don't always have everything at the warehouse. So we're finally getting most everything in. Did we get?
Yeah,
in?
there's one that we're missing because they didn't have it.
Vert Rosetta?
The Vert Rosetta. We don't have the Vert Rosetta.
All right.
They haven't had it for I don't know how long, but anyway.
But we did get in a couple other colors. We got in the Vert Atlantide and the Shogun.
I like the Shogun. I remember when that first came out.
It's a
Holy
funky
cow,
color.
that was in and out, and then you
Yep.
couldn't order it again.
It was a dark
ridiculous.
brown with a red
Yeah.
and yellow and gold.
Got some shimmer in
Shimmer.
it. Yep. It's a good looking color. It really is a good looking color.
I could make you a good deal on
I
that.
bet you could.
So,
I bet you could.
So those are in. We'll have samples up. Does take us a little
forthcoming.
while because it's just a couple of us, so few of us.
Um,
What else do we have?
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Are you?
Yes, we have back.
I know. I'm so happy.
Shikiori.
Everybody clap. Yay.
Everybody clap.
Kimoka say I missed you. Mwah! One of my favorite colors on the planet. This is one of the few inks I use year round.
Very similar to the apricot, the old apricot.
Yes.
Not quite the same.
Be still my heart.
I think there's plenty of internet debate on whether or not
There is, yeah.
because along the same lines was the Sky High, which sort of was replaced by Soten.
Right. So, anyway, we have Sailor Shikiori inks now in stock, and we are getting the swabs done this weekend, and they'll be up on the site soon.
So yeah, so there are a couple colors, of course, they didn't have, like 5 or 6 colors, but we've got I think
Yeah,
7,
what's up with
17 colors.
warehouses not having everything we want?
I don't know,
Like
man.
if I order and I have money,
I've got Okuyama.
I feel like on Pretty Woman, I have money.
Was there
and they won't
Yamadori?
sell
Did we get
anything to
Yamadori?
me.
Let me look.
No,
Oh, we didn't get Yamadori?
no.
Oh,
Yeah, so they're out of certain things.
No Yamadori yet. That's okay. Okuyama's great. I love this
Yeah.
color.
So we've got that in. We're excited about it. And I really like the small size bottle because
It's doable.
I struggle to use up an entire bottle of ink in the course of a year or two. So it's nice to have something smaller that just feels a little less intimidating, a little more manageable. Look at
Yeah,
those
I
with their
mean,
little pencil
20
in it.
20 mil bottle. I mean, you can use it up. You really
Yep.
can. When you think about it, it's 5 samples worth.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So
Cool.
you can go through that in a reasonable amount of time. And if you don't like it, and you buy it and you don't like it, then it's not much.
Awesome. All right, so we did Herban, we did Shikiori. Ooh, now we're getting into animals.
Sure.
Where's Max and
I
Sigma
don't
when we
know.
need
They're
them?
they're sleeping right now. I'm
So
sure.
what are we talking about? Retro 51. Every couple years, they redo their rescue series of pens. And so,
Perfect.
perfect. Yes.
Just keep going.
So now we are on to the Cat and Dog Rescue Series 6.
I'm gonna put it over here. You can
And-
see some of that. We don't take them out of the.
They donate a portion of the sale to different charities for each series. And the same
Look at this
thing
guy.
with the bat and the owl and all of that. So each one, it's a good cause. It's really, I like how they do it. And look at those.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish that you'd started to collect those with the first
The
ones.
first one was great. Yeah, the second one was great, and then by the time we got to the third one, I said, you know what, I should have
started
started
collecting
collecting these. And FYI, series number 5 is discontinued, is completely done. I think we have one Cat Rescue number 5 in stock.
Do you want to
left.
grab that?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Because you don't have the rest.
it would cost me hundreds of dollars to get the previous 4. Because I mean they're going for like
A lot of money.
$100 a piece now. So we do have these. We do have these now. They came in, and that's that.
Russell wants to say, do the warehouses back order or just say you have to reorder and a little
It
of
depends.
both.
It depends. Yeah.
Depends on the warehouse, depends on the company. Some do back orders, some don't, and it's the same with our Midori we're waiting on, or Sailor pens, or Lamy whatever.
Sailor's real good. Sailor's really good about it. Whatever you order, if you don't get it, they always back order it.
Yep.
Which is smart. Some companies will do. They'll do back orders only if it's over a certain amount. So if it's less than $100, they cancel it, and then you just have to reorder it. And then there are other companies that you just have no idea. If they don't have it in stock, I mean, like
It may or may not ever show up.
I've been out of some Midori now for a couple of months, and I don't know. I can't order it. I can't back order it. It's not even available on the portal anymore. But it can't possibly be discontinued.
Yeah.
So who knows? You know, and some companies just say, no, we don't back order. You just got to do it again.
Right. Right.
So-
So it just, I think a lot of it depends on whatever software they use in their warehouse.
Or,
Or
how many records they want to keep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is
Because
a
if-
lot to
if-
keep track of.
If you don't back order, then it's easy.
Yeah.
You know, for them anyway.
So
Not for me, because then I keep having to order it. So,
Well,
all right.
we are ever hopeful.
I've got a couple pens. I think
Okay.
that's it. I got a couple pens
Okay.
to show off. Let's see.
Did anything that we showed last week sell?
Yeah.
Is there anything that is
so,
no longer available?
yes.
Anything we need to talk about?
The CP5 dual fold vintage did sell. That's gone. I do have someone who's interested in the CP2, the Pushkin, but it is not. It's currently on hold. But it's if
But
that
it's not gone.
it's not gone. So if you're interested
First
in
money,
that
baby.
Pushkin, you can go ahead and shoot me an
Is that
email.
this one?
That's that one right there. Just in case this other deal doesn't go through.
Pretty.
Do you want it?
No. No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. So yeah, those sold. I think the Pilot Elite from last week is still available, which is now up on the website. So I finally got that up this week.
Which
so
we're going to talk about shortly.
we're gonna talk about the Pilot Elite.
Well, no, just in general.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got some new pens, and we're trying a little something different out with the camera this week. So
Oh.
Hopefully it works.
Hopefully it works.
Okay.
I
know nothing about
We're
this.
starting with the most difficult prospect yet. So a couple of these are not on the website yet. It's not there. There we go. So I've got here a very unusual Schaefer Prelude. This is really super cool. This is new old stock. Comes with the box. And see if that's
There we go. It's a second.
Took a second. Yeah. So we've got a steel medium nib, and these Preludes have this faceted section.
The body is so cool.
Yeah. So this is really cool because it's like a matte finish.
And is that engraved?
Yeah.
Oh, you can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. It
You
is.
can't hear it, but there's a tiny sound when she runs her nails over it.
Yeah. And it's got a little. It's got some tactile sensation to it. It's really super cool. Nice friction fit cap. It's got, of course, the jewel. New old stock, comes with the original box. I've never seen this particular model of Prelude ever.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
Great. I can give you a list of pens that I want.
This one is really cool.
That is neat. That
That
is.
engraving is what makes it different and interesting.
Yeah, and it's got one of the cooler Schaefer boxes from the period. It's not one of those red boxes. It's got one of those gold boxes. Next up, this one, if I can get it to. This is a Platinum 3776, and this is a very early 3776.
And how can you tell?
You can tell because of the cap band and how the cap band is flat, and it has the engraving in the band instead of how they're raised in this kind of a matte finish. It's a different cap band. So this is the early version of the 3776. But what makes this especially cool is this music nib. So I'm trying to get in focus here. 3-tine, 14 karat gold, nice and big and fat, and with converter. And this one also has the original box. So if you're looking at the prices of current Platinums and you're not interested in that, this is very nicely priced. 3776. Next up, another new old stock pen. This is a Pelican. What is this? M200, I think. Nice green marble. Look at that nice, beautiful ink window. Gold-plated steel nib with a broad nib, though.
That's a big ass nib.
Can you say that?
I can see it from
You can say
space.
it on YouTube. There you go.
So piston filler, beautiful. I love these. These marbled M200s are really great. And a piston, you can see it works real nice. And it comes with the original box. So we get an M200. And
This is fun.
this is a little
is
this is a little
fun.
different.
Love it.
But it's just this was kind of a last minute addition to the podcast today. This is a Parker Vector in the geometric pattern. So if you like funky colors, this one is for you. Of course, you can rotate this however you want. And this is a roller ball. It's not a fountain pen, but it is a roller
funky.
ball. Yeah.
Okay.
So this was a kind of a fun. When were these made? I forget when these were made. They're up on. This one is up on the website right now. So if you're interested in that.
Looks like a Mondrian.
I
I know you were gonna say that.
I was going to say that. I just didn't want to brag. I really didn't want to brag. And last but not least,
I'm sorry, the art teacher, the art history in me. Yep, looks like a Mondrian.
this is exceptional. This is I actually truly hate to part with this box because this box is the best thing ever. And five bragging points. If anybody can tell me what brand this box is.
It's a blue one.
Yes, it is a blue one.
It's silver.
It's
and
blue and silver. Does anybody know what this is?
Nope.
Isn't this great though? This is fantastic. This is no small potato here.
You know, I'm going to confess, it's not talking to me. We've had other cooler boxes.
This is super cool. This is just
Okay.
a super cool box. And let's open it up
Ooh, pretty.
and look at that.
Is it a true blue?
It's a true blue. Yeah, it's original box for a true blue. I love this early Parker imprint on here, the P. And then this is a Parker True Blue pencil. There was actually a True Blue pen with this, but sadly, it met its demise many months ago.
On the bench?
On the bench because the nib was a replacement and the section was bad and all sorts of stuff was just whatever. But we do have the pencil here, which is a nice working order, nice and smooth.
I do love the look of the true blue. That is just so cool.
Yeah, it's
I wish companies these days did more like that.
it does have a name engraved on it.
Why don't you put your hand underneath?
Our new system is not working so hot.
There we go.
But the color is really great. Ring top. And did I mention how cool this box is? I love this box.
I will say that we are kind of nerdy when it comes to certain boxes.
Well, you know, in most of the time, boxes are not, you know, like
Nobody cares.
original Schaefer snorkel boxes from the 50s. Nobody cares. I mean, like, I have boxes of those boxes. There's nothing special about them. This is a special box. And in fact, if you don't want the box and you want to buy the pen and leave me the box, I wouldn't be against that. I don't know what I'm going to put in. I don't have a true blue yet.
Don't look at me.
They only made them in small sizes. They didn't make them in big sizes. And they're often, thing about the true blue is they're often heavily discolored.
Okay.
They're not as bright. And of course, like many vintage pens from the 20s and 30s, the pencils don't suffer the same fate because there was no latex sac. There's no off-gassing. And so the pencils show the true color of the, you know, in this case, the true blue. So if you want that nice color, you got to buy the pencil. So
Cool.
yeah. So
All
that's have anything else?
No.
Got that?
So this is truth time.
Truth time?
Truth
Uh-oh.
time.
This is off script, at least
is-
as far as I know, because
So
we're at the end of the page.
So there's a note that says no bench time to speak of this week because Brian was busy with other admin duties. So what did you do all week?
Oh, what did I do? Well,
Keep in mind, I work across the hall and I saunter in and I get coffee or drop things off.
saunter.
I race over and race back. Could you please make coffee? I'll even leave my mug and then he door dashes it to me and it's really very sweet and I am always grateful, sincerely. But What'd you do all week?
Well, I did stream for like an hour on Monday.
Okay.
I actually,
Because you didn't stream hardly at all this week.
well, I had a couple of training sessions for our inventory management software set up for Tuesday and Thursday. So Thursdays ended up getting canceled, and you were sick, so we just took you home.
Did you learn anything? I mean, this is something you used for like 10 years before.
I learned a couple of small things. I
Okay.
mean, was it worth the $2,000 that we paid for that training? No, probably not.
No.
But we're not done yet. Monday we did. I made a new salad spinner.
Yeah. Okay.
My old one, sadly, after 10 years in its previous life and me using it hard for the better part of almost a year, I accidentally dropped the lid on it and the handle broke off. Sadly, that was all she wrote. And
Now, I would like to just make it publicly known that over the course of time, I have been to, I like Home Goods. And so a couple times I'd go to Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and take a picture and send it to Brian and show him like rows and rows and rows of salad spinners. Say, do you need a new one? Because after we got this one, which was a gift, thank you, you know who, and Brian's like, I don't know how I lived without this. And so I thought, do you need a bigger one? Do you need a smaller
I'm
one?
very simple. I need one.
Okay.
And
but
I had one, so I didn't need another one.
I would send pictures of like different shapes, different sizes, different heights, and he's like, I'm good. And then this happened. I go to TJ Maxx. They don't have a single one that isn't like teeny.
Yeah, no.
Like, what am I
it
supposed
was
to
like
do with this?
it was one of those slow motion things that I just looked on the ground and I sat there for about 10 seconds. I looked at it like, oh, sugar. Because there was no, I mean, I tried super gluing it, that didn't work, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll use epoxy. Well, that sort of worked, but then of course, then the handle didn't rotate,
Oh, well, that's
and then it just broke off anyway. So it's now in the garbage, and so I've got a new one. So I
Yes.
made a new one on Monday. I took out the old fittings and I put them in there, and it works quite well. I like it a lot.
We're still contemplating how to make them and sell them.
Yeah,
The shipping is
there's
gonna
no
be
way. There's no
expensive.
way. If people want to pay $25 to ship it, I'd be happy
Yeah.
to do it.
So anyway,
Yeah,
but Brian got a new one. He's very excited.
yeah, the box for this pen is worth the price of admission. If you're a Parker collector, it's very uncommon.
Did you add? You didn't go to Dollar General and get any more turkey basters.
No,
did you?
I'm going to
Oh.
add another thing because this morning I tried to clean out an Aurora 88 in my spinner, and the section is so big that it doesn't go in all the way, and so when it went around a couple times, it fell out.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not good.
so that was no good.
Okay, so
But yeah, so I made a
It's-
salad spinner. I repaired some pens on Wednesday.
okay. What else did you do?
But we got the Rhodia in. We got the retro order in. We got massive boxes of stuff came in this week. Sailor order, the Shikiori. There was just a lot to do.
Also getting caught up on putting more consignment pens up, putting more of our pens up, all the ink.
Yeah,
And
I'm
so-
still not quite done. I've got about 20 new pens up on the website, including the geometric and the True Blue is up on the site already. And I've got a few more to finish up, and then I'm still working on finishing up the latest batch of consignment stuff, which is we got pictures of it, so I just need to price it and put it up, and then that should be up within a couple of days. And there's some cool pieces in there, really, really cool pieces. I'll show them next week. If you were on the stream, you saw the most amazing Aurora set ever.
Ooh, what kind?
It's like I'm going to get it wrong, but it's in the style of an 88, but it's like a later 80, maybe it's a 98. I don't know.
No.
It's brushed gold finish with a matching ballpoint.
My heart belongs to the Optimas.
No, it is no Optima. It's the grandfather of the Optima.
I could start collecting Optimas again.
You
I
sure
sold
could.
everything except
You
one.
sure could. Do we have any in the case over there? Look over there. There's a blue one over there. Oh, you got a blue one.
I
this
have
year.
a blue one. Yeah,
So
I got
anyway,
a blue one this year.
There's some
Anyway,
cool ones. We'll have them up. They'll have them up there. So I was busy doing a lot of
Right.
stuff that I just haven't had time to get done.
We are also trying in this version of ourselves to stop work when we leave.
I'm buying desk sets. Well, I did.
Oh no!
I did continue work on the research project of the desk set list.
So yesterday we came home straight
finally had
after
time.
I got out of work early because I have a pretty bad head cold. And so my boss let me go a little bit early. So we go home. I go to bed. I get up around 6:30. I eat some soup, and I come upstairs, and Brian's on the floor in his in our guest room in this extra. It's his cycle room, and where he's got like a lot of our extra stuff. And he's on the floor, and he's got a clipboard,
Yeah,
laptop, and he's taking things out. I go back to bed, and he comes in, and he's got this thing barely partly unwrapped, and he says, "Does this look walnut to you?" I don't know. Maybe it does look kind of brown, certainly more than like cordovan or whatever. I don't know what color we're looking. So you're still cataloging desk sets.
Yeah, so
Nerd alert.
I'm real close to being finished. I have some catalogs that are not in the PCA library, so I have to go through those. And those were from the Fred Krinke collection
Yes.
that we got a number of years ago. So I have those to look through, but I have what I believe to be about 98% of all for certain the U.S. production cataloged.
Okay.
Of how many desk sets there are and what the model numbers are. The UK one's a little sketchy because we don't have those catalogs,
Right.
and they're different. Mostly the Diplos ones are different, but so
I love how nerdy you are.
I'm in a real good place. I'm just gonna, but I don't have them all. So and so then the next step is to prioritize the ones that I want versus the ones that are just going to be like, well, you buy it just because you don't have it, and
Right.
it doesn't bring you joy.
Linz, was it Pokemon? Got to get them all.
Yeah,
Yes,
gotta catch them all.
yeah.
Got to catch them all. Yeah.
So I have them prioritized by the ones that I would really like to get next versus the other ones which are probably the easiest to find.
Versus the ones that I want him to buy.
You don't want me to buy any of them.
No. We don't have room to store them.
We sure do. I
to
bet you.
display them.
I bet you if we spent $150 on some bookcases, maybe less, we would less. we would have a nice looking display.
Set up a GoFundMe for
Well,
some
there might be a
for some
GoFundMe, yeah, there
wire
might be.
shelves for your desk sets.
Somebody understands. DRZ understands.
I guess. We'll talk about that later. So anyway, I come upstairs and, I'm tired, I'm sick, and like, am I hallucinating or is he sitting on the floor like
Yes, I was sitting on the floor, and
taking things out, like muttering "my precious" kind of
was
thing?
not.
You were close.
I was using a tape measure though, because there are some.
Oh, you came in and asked for a tape measure. I remember that.
There was one particular Esterbrook desk set that was made in two different configurations. One was 5x8, and the other was like 10x6 or something.
Okay.
And I just can't tell. And I'm also looking. It's deep down inside a box, and
So
I had to know which one it was.
that is how we spend our evenings.
So anyway,
It's sad. Anything else that we need to talk about? Anything coming in next week that we can talk about? Anything?
there is going to be some, and so this is a perfect example of why I don't like to talk about things until they're here. Is because when we got the Sailor order in, there was a pen that I was told was supposed to be in the order, and when it came here, it was back ordered. But they had told me the day I ordered it that it was available. So I never want to talk something up and then all of a sudden it's not here. So,
Right.
but we are getting some new pen cases in. They should be here next week. Knock on wood. And they're lovely. They're really, really nice. Really nice cases.
Okay.
I shouldn't even call them cases because they're not really cases.
Anything else that Brian does shipping and ordering in the morning, and then he does his streaming after lunch, and then we do try to actually leave work here, which is a nice change of pace for us. And what did we just sell?
There you go. You contribute $10 to that GoFundMe for $20 donation. We'll even name the shelf after you.
Hey, we have
there we
shelf
go.
tags.
We
There
can
you
put a
go.
little shelf tag on there for
Yeah.
you. The DRZ shelf. You could pick what desk sets you want to appear on your shelf. We'll
No,
feature it each week on the podcast.
That's not how it's going to
That's not
work
how
because Brian's going to have them in order, either by color or model.
Well, they're by
or
series.
whatever.
They're by
Yeah.
series. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's fine.
In our old house, Brian's office was we had built-ins like a kitchen.
He's in for $20.
We do love those wire shelves.
Oh,
So anyway,
we had a great
we had a great setup for
setup
Brian's
before.
desk sets back in the day, and I know you missed that.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
So
Next house.
yeah, next house. A
So.
couple years.
All right. Anything else? Is there anything else coming next week that we can talk about, or are we just waiting to hear back from distributors?
I think we should be getting the new. We can say this: we should be getting the new Lamy Pine and Flamingo should be coming in next week. And apparently,
They forgot about us.
yeah, they forgot about us. They actually.
We've been buying Lamy for 15 years, and then took a break, came back. We've been ordering,
And I had a customer ask me, "Hey, can you get me the new pine?" I'm like, "Pine what?"
we reached out, and they're like, "Oh, I forgot to add you to the mailing
you're on the
list."
mailing
In the
list.
beginning, it was setting up the new account, and we were kind of more front of mind, and then we got forgotten. So now we're back on the mailing list.
So I think it should be coming next week. And we're going to do
That pine looks
the
pretty.
pine's a nice color, really a nice color. The flamingo is nice and bright if you like a pinkish pen, but the pine, I think the pine's the winner.
Yeah.
This time around, and the green translucent section. We're getting in the fountain pen, which is extra fine medium, rollerball, ballpoint,
And
and mechanical pencil. So we're gonna get back into the rollerballs, the ballpoints, the mechanical pencils, and the Safaris and the All Stars. Those are coming, well, eventually, but they're next on the hit list. But
Yep.
yeah, the pine should be here sometime next week. So if you signed up for the back in stock,
Yeah, I put a link in the chat as well. If you haven't signed up for the
Okay.
back in stock, click that. That's sorted by newest. You can get notifications for the ballpoints, rollerballs,
Yeah.
pencils, and fountain pens all
Okay.
on there. So
Okay,
Pine
great.
and Flamingo are up top.
awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we should add a donation line to orders on the website. These guys are thinking. These guys are thinking here. Charge them weekly. Got it. All right, guys.
sponsor.
Brian at Esterbrook.net. You can Zelly me. Venmo. I don't know.
Nerd.
I can hit the end stream button right now.
There you go.
At the end. I think that's probably
That's
it. Unless I press my luck. But yeah, so
Yeah.
there'll be some cool
Don't
new
make
stuff
me
to talk
kiss
about
you
next
and
week.
get you sick.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks for tuning in today. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and we will see you next week. We only have a couple more weeks before you jet off to Baltimore.
yeah, it's. I was looking today. It's like what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks from.
Wow.
Is it 2 weeks from today?
Okay.
Something like that. So
Better dig out your suitcase.
I better start packing. So anyway, check us out on our social media platform, Cardinal Pens, Instagram, Cardinal Pens and Paper. Let's look for the birds. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.